Welcome back. This past semester, the Wildcat Cafe has made 3 noticeable changes. I was able to find out how they're affecting students. For the past 9 years, the Wildcat Cafe has remained open until midnight, but recently, with policies changing, so have the hours.
And we have never done a substantial amount of business between 11 and 12. And this year we finally took a good hard look at the sales during that hour and compared it with the labor that we were paying out during that hour. And most days we were actually paying out more in labor than we were bringing in sales. And it just makes no sense to stay open under those conditions. So we're trying to tighten our budgets just like every department is. And that was one of the things that we saw that we could do immediately to make a significant impact on our labor costs.
While the cafe has not gotten a ton of pushback due to the new hours, some students on campus still feel frustrated.
It's really disappointing because most of the time when I would go to the cafe it would be between 11 and 12. Just because you're not hungry right after dinner, and with meal plans in the cafeteria, we'll eat there and then go to the cafe for a late night snack. And now that they close at 11 and they shut everything down at 10:30 now, so there's really no point even to go between 10 and 11. It's just frustrating.
Another problem the cafe and cafeteria have experienced are students taking advantage of the open door policy between the two. Over the years, staff have noticed people sneaking into the cafeteria for food, and once other students began complaining, they decided it was time to take action.
So when we became aware of the fact that other students were feeling offended by the fact that their peers were coming in and helping themselves to a free meal, when they, doing the correct and honest thing, were paying for their meal plans, when students were voicing concerns to us, that is the point at which we felt, okay, we need to take this seriously and lock the doors. Again, we always knew that it was happening, but we felt that the convenience of having those doors unlocked outweighed the cost of locking them. It's nice for a student to be able to grab their meal in the cafeteria and come in and join a friend here in the cafe who might not have a meal plan or may just choose to be eating in the cafe. And we really wanted to preserve that free and open environment. But again, it's out of fairness to the students who are paying good money for their meal plans that we decided to go ahead and lock the doors permanently.
With extra food disappearing, meal plan prices would eventually be increased. The opening of the doors will be brought back into consideration next semester. On a lighter side, something students can look forward to in the cafe is another food choice on Sundays along with Wheat State Pizza.
We thought that offering an option to the pizza and still supporting local business would be a good idea for this semester. So we struck up a deal with Good Sense, who are very happy to help us out on Sundays. And actually the pizza to Good Sense distribution has been pretty even. It's been about 50-50 every Sunday, which surprised me. I expected the pizza would be still more popular than the Good Sense sandwiches, but they've been equally popular, so I think it was the right thing to do.
The food service department has always been built on trust and is hoping to not have to tighten any more policies that would limit people in the cafe or cafeteria any more than it already has. They also hope to keep providing the services such as the Sunday meal options. KNBU-TV, Jessica Mulvaney.
Good job, Jessica. Now we're going to take it to this week's club on campus. The first club for this semester is Earth We Are. Zack Rockey has more.
The Earth We Are Club is an organization on campus that promotes awareness about the environment to both students and faculty. Their main goal is to make sure that people are constantly aware of the well-being of the world they live in.
Well, we're an environmental club, so we're trying to promote anything that helps the earth. Recycling is one thing that we're really big on, and we run the campus recycling program.
One of the biggest goals for Earth We Are is just to get their name around campus. The club sponsors a number of events that include student participation.
We do different events during homecoming week. We do our duck races annually, where we'll use the little creek on campus to kind of have little mini duck races. We'll do the activity fair at the beginning of the year. We'll recycle throughout the year. We give out bins to those students who live in the apartments so that they can recycle, and so they kind of know who provides those. It's Earth We Are.
An event the group is trying to promote is Trayless Thursdays in the cafeteria. Not using trays will cut back on water use for dishes, which will save the campus money in these hard economic times.
Right now we're working with the program Recycle Mania to encourage people to recycle, and it's just a way of making sure that people know about recycling and where the facilities are on campus, and that they actually use those. And then this Trayless program is something we're really trying to get going. And then any way that Baker can be more sustainable, we're interested in.
Getting involved in Earth We Are is easy. Meetings are held every other Thursday in Harder Union, and anyone is welcome to join.
You can get involved just by coming to a meeting. We meet every other Thursday in the union at 7. So just come to a meeting and we'll get you involved.
Zack Rockey, KNBU-TV.
Thanks, Zach. For the first Syaff Spotlight of the semester, Kelsey Epperson sat down with Cheryl McCrary.
One word can describe this week's Syaff Spotlight: involved. As a mom of 2 and wife to potential Baldwin City Mayor, Cheryl McCrary has a lot on her plate. Cheryl has been at Baker since 1983, beginning her tenure as a student. She majored in psychology and mass communication. She is currently the assistant to the CAS Vice President and Dean Rand Ziegler. Cheryl's job includes faculty paperwork, scheduling appointments, and even working on course evaluation.
Really and everything else, it's just a lot. It's always different. Another fun thing about today, for example, was some of the meetings I go to, and just being on the inside of what faculty are doing. I take the minutes for the Faculty Senate meetings, and right now I'm also taking minutes for the Get 3 group, that committee that's working on the Gen Ed reform. So I'm just hearing, twice a week I'm down there getting to hear about their ideas for change, and so it's really exciting to be in on that.
Besides her day job, Cheryl partakes in many other extra responsibilities at Baker.
I'm on the wellness committee that works on putting together the wellness fair in March every year. Let's see, I'm serving on the university cabinet. There was a chance for anyone on campus to be a part of that, and I was able to join that group, which is new. President Long put that together. Also, there's a sustainability committee that I'm on as well, and so that's neat to be part of ideas of how we can improve being green. And Baker going green, so I'm on that committee. And I also got involved somehow. Teresa Yetmeyer kind of snagged me, and that's been a lot of fun, helping with football games. I host the referees, so I'm responsible for taking them back and forth to where they change and watch film to the stadium and getting them their drinks, things like that. And then at basketball games this season, I've been working the gate, and so I love that. It gives me a chance to meet students as they're coming in and out of the game.
Cheryl's connection to her return to Baker in 2007 is a unique one.
Yeah. I love working for Rand. We go way back. He was actually my advisor when I was a student at Baker. And so we just have this really unique connection that, it's fun to be here. We can, whether we're reminiscing, telling stories about the old days or working on the new projects and seeing where Baker's going.
Outside of Cheryl's Baker life, she spends time at the Baldwin Athletic Club, which her and her husband own. Family is also a huge part of Cheryl's life, along with a few other hobbies.
A hobby that I have is scrapbooking, but it's hard to keep up on that when your kids are, running you ragged, and I'm just enjoying watching a lot of their activity, sports, whatever it is, and what they're doing. But really, I like working out. I love cardio, and since we have the Baldwin Athletic Club right there, that's easy. But I'm really there. I'm at the club. We go to church in Lawrence, and we're really involved there. I'm in a women's group that I enjoy, meeting with the girls. Again, it's just a lot about getting your kids to and from places. And then, I don't know, if things that George and I both like golf, so that's something we have in common, and also just watching football.
With all the responsibilities and involvement Cheryl has found herself in, it is safe to say this supermom provides an important impact to the Baker and Baldwin City communities. This has been Kelsey Epperson, KNBU-TV.
Thanks, Kelsey. Stay tuned for more Orangeline.